happening, guys? Today, unfortunately, I'm not saddle hunting. I believe that I must have left my tether at the bottom of the tree the other night when I was hunting, and I don't have it, so I could probably make it work. Probably could have used my lineman's belt as a tether, tethered up the tree while I climbed instead of using a lineman's belt, but that would suck. So instead, I got my ghillie in my backpack. The area I want to hunt is right down here. I'm probably 200 yards out from where I really want to look at. There's a new pipeline right away that cut down through this point, and the way the wind's blowing, the bedding has to be right off that point. And I want to get kind of at the edge of that. There's a bunch of turkeys out in that right of way right now. I'm about to bust them out here. Go find a spot to set up and see, just kind of see what everything looks like. I know there's some good bucks here. I'm excited to get out here and kind of see what's around. I don't know how easy it's going to be to film hunting on the ground. It's hard enough with a bow. Hunting on the ground with a bow and filming is very hard. Well, I got in a spot here that looks pretty good. There's oaks here beside me. And turkeys right here, 15, 20 yards from me. I just want to see what comes out. I have behind me I have a pipeline right away, and it's all new. They did it last year. It's all planted in clover. Freaking beautiful clover. I didn't see a lot of sign in it. Didn't see a lot of poop in it. So that would tell me that they're hitting these oaks. I have a line of oaks down here below me. I can't shoot down there, but yeah, you never know what's going to happen. So in this spot I can see pretty well out in front of me. So we're just going to wait and see what happens, basically. See what comes around here. The mosquitoes are just terrible. And I'm tempted to try to call in this turkey, but I don't want to mess up my hunting. Anyway. See what comes out here this evening. This turkey really wants me to call it in. It's pretty dang cool having that spike come through here. It was exactly the way I picked out. If there was a buck bedded back in here, that he would have to come out. So really, maybe there's some more back in there. I hope so. I really would have liked to have been in a saddle. And really hunted this the right way, but can't always do what you want to do. Sometimes you just gotta get in and hunt.
Well, we almost got one. I just got back to the truck here a second ago. That 8-pointer came up ahead of me, probably 80 yards. And I could just tell it was a deer, and I could tell it had a decent sized body. And when I started going real slow out toward that this right of way, and that right of way is full of clover that was planted last fall when they cut that right of way in there, and that clover looked real nice whenever I was walking through it. And I thought in my head, you know what, it might be a good idea to set up on this clover. And I didn't, just because there's so many acorns falling, and deer just like vacuum cleaners right now sucking those things up. So I thought I'd get closer to oak trees. Well, that was the wrong decision. I probably should have stayed up on the clover, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. The spike come right past me, and that 8-point had come up above me, about 80 yards above me, and started working his way down the hill. When I first saw him, he had his head behind some stuff, and I thought it was that spike, and I kind of got down on my knees and was trying to get my camera ready, and I started thinking, that thing's got quite a body for a spike buck. And as he picked up his head, I realized it was a good buck. And at that point, he was only about 30 yards away from me. Started feeding back uphill, and I kind of moved around, and he had heard me. The wind was blowing right at me. He couldn't see me because I was in that gilly, but he did hear me. So he started walking up the hill, and I had a shot at 42 yards, but there's thunderstorms coming in tonight, and it's just not all that big of a buck. Now, if I could have shot that buck on the ground in a bedding area, man, that'd have been pretty daggone cool. I'd have to have done it just to say I did it. Self-filming on the ground in a bedding area, I'd have had to have shot it. Wouldn't have had a choice. But it was only, a small buck, 2.5-year-old buck. Pretty little thing. I probably might not shoot it in any other situation, but I tell you, I'd have thought pretty hard about it right there. Pretty cool hunt. And we're going to get back out here in a couple days. We'll see you guys.